Super, super. Thank you, Mogini. You also do like you have done one like this, the wheel which is hung at the back. Thank you, Kalpana. This is not an embroidered one. This is an embroidery in painting. I have just painted the kachi work with the colors, Fevicryl fabric colors. Yes, definitely, Vani. I will be sharing the pattern, whatever like today. I have already shared the pattern so that all of you would have been ready with that, the colors, and then even uh, the black and white printout also, the Xerox. Okay. So happy, and a few people have even informed me that they are ready with the printout. So I think along with me, they can also complete the project. Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to my fifth live session in Hastashri Arts and Crafts. This is Jayashri Narayanan, Fevicryl Certified Specialist, Chennai. Happy to get connected with you all as usual. Lovely period, though we don't meet in person. It's a wonderful platform to learn and to get connected with. Okay, hi Hemapriya. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Okay, in today's session, we will be making, instead of me, I said, we will be making Ganjifa cards, a beautiful one. Most of you are ready with the materials, I think. Please do take it out and you can start one along with me. Okay, these are miniature circular painted cards. Okay, the shapes is not always round, circular in shape, and there were only two card games in India. The one was the Mughal Ganjifa, the other one was the Dashavatar Ganjifa. So these cards were originated from Mysore during the period of Krishnaraja Udayar III during the early 19th century. Okay, the artist in the palace used to paint such intricate, detailed work, the cards, and then the Raja with his family mates used to play with those cards. So these were the playing cards, circular, miniature painted ones. And then these cards are distinct in a way that they are noted for their complicated structure and then detailing work and an elaborate, a tedious process of working in making these cards. So now with the readily available Fevicryl acrylic colors, we are going to make it as simpler, easier, and then quicker also using a black and white Xerox. Okay, now let's get started. The materials required are what are the materials we need? It also I have just mentioned. You need a black and white. One sec. You need a black and white Xerox or a printout like this. Here I have taken a peacock pattern. Those who are ready with it, please do take it. Okay, fine. And then you need a white thick board or a old invitation card which I have mentioned in the poster. And then we need Fevicryl acrylic colors. Here the colors I have taken are teal blue, chrome yellow, orange, cerulean blue, then green, coral red, white, black, and brown. Brown is for normally they give either this the brown color or the cobalt green for the background. Only these two colors are normally used for these Ganjifa cards. Even for Mysore painting, they use these two colors for the background. Unlike Tanjore painting, where we go in for Prussian blue sometimes or poster red, and it goes like that. And then we need the brushes, fine art brushes, flat and round. Flat of course for the application of Mod Podge, and round for the filling of colors, as well as even for keeping other for the detailing work. Now, apart from that, we need Fevicryl Mod Podge. Suppose those who don't have the Mod Podge, you can use Fevicol A plus for sticking the design alone on the board. Okay, and finally, after you finish the entire work, you can give a Mod Podge coat or a clear varnish coat on top of it for sealing it. Okay. So this is double purpose. One is for sticking the paper onto the board or onto any other base surface, and then finally for sealing. So we use Mod Podge. Now let's start. And of course a scissors to cut the pattern. Now take the Xerox, leaving about half to 1 centimeter throughout the border. You need to cut it. Just cut the design along the circular outline. Then the Mod Podge we need here. Using a flat brush. Some people prefer to apply the Mod Podge with the fingers. I always prefer to apply the Mod Podge only with the brush. The colors we are going to use here are the light blue. For the light blue, I'm going to use steel blue. Then for the shading, dark blue. Then the lighter shade, chrome yellow or lemon yellow, whatever you are with. And then the orange, red, white of course for keeping the dots, black for the outline in case if you happen to hide some of the black lines, and then brown for the background. And of course, since I have taken peacock, I go with green also. Why I need black here is, when you just look into the picture is each and every detailed work I have done in this. So I'm not going to do any of these lines. Okay. So this particular design with the border in a circular pattern should be drawn perfectly. Okay. So and take the line should be bolder, clear. So when you apply the color on top of it, there is you might sometimes try to hide the line also. In that case, you may have to redo the lines. In that case, we have to use black acrylic color. So if as far as possible, try to use, if we are going to give a watercolor effect technique, so try to use the colors as I proceed with the painting part of it. Now just take the Mod Podge, apply all over the design sheet. This is the design sheet. All over the sheet, leaving no gaps, evenly spread. There shouldn't be any lumps. Spread it nicely. Those who don't have Mod Podge, you can go with Fevicol A plus, only for sticking the design and not for the sealing it on top. Then you take the design, place it on the board. Then using a fine soft cloth, start from the center and slowly press it to the sides towards the outer, thereby sticking the paper, pasting the paper on the board below. Then give a circulatory movement like this, starting from the center, then move towards the outer. I told you there are only two kinds of card games. One was the Mughal Ganjifa, the other one was the Dashavatar Ganjifa. Only these two were there earlier. Later on, people started working on these kinds of birds, the peacock, and then gods and goddesses also. Then Ashtalakshmi they do. Now these places it's just lifting. So let me apply the glue and then paste it properly. I don't want the paper to lift anywhere. It should be intact. Do not use poster colors, use only acrylic colors. Though it is a paper, it is recommended to use only acrylic colors. Neon colors you can use. Nowadays neon colors are there. So now this is fully pasted. No air bubbles, no air gaps at all should be seen. It should be perfectly placed on the board. Now we need to dry it. Definitely we have to leave it for minimum of 10 to 15 minutes. So let it dry. I have another piece which is already stuck and ready for the work. Now we have to start the painting. Since I have taken the peacock, first let me go with light and dark blue. Only certain colors at certain places we directly take the paint from the bottle and apply on the board. On all the other places it's like watercolor shading work. So we dilute the paint and then we paint on this. Okay. Now let us start with the feather. Yellow, orange, green. Let me keep all the colors open. Such a beautiful work. You can make it very quick and easier. One second. Okay, where is the brush? Yeah. Now I can use the round brush as well as the flat brush also. Huh? Preferably not on canvas. As far as possible, try to do it on a thick mount board like this whiteboard or on a thick invitation card. Okay. Oh my God, I don't remember the name. I mean the number. I'll just tell you later. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, and now we'll take this portion, the center one over here. Let me take the color. Water. Okay. First, let me take little yellow. Just transfer very little of yellow onto the palette. Add few drops of water. 1:2 preferably, or sometimes 1:3 also. So it depends upon the how fresh is the bottle like. There's almost I have half of the color is there, so you are diluting it with 2 parts. Okay. Then let me take light blue. Let me get ready with all the colors first. Everything is diluted, very little. With little paints, you can make wonders with this kind of work. And then little darker blue. That is cerulean blue. Here I am using. Then little green also. Let me take. All these are diluted first. You keep it diluted. Get ready with that, and then we will do. Okay, now okay, now this portion. Now we'll start with yellow. Take, take the center portion alone. I'm going to try with yellow. Now before this yellow dries, take little bit of green and paint the sides. See, very light color. Okay. See, what you should do is first color when you apply, before the first color dries, you need to apply the second color immediately, so that you get a watercolor shaded effect. Okay. Then let me take dark blue, that is the cerulean blue, the side portion, the corner, let me paint it. This is too light, so I am adding little extra blue paint to it. Just to highlight the side, I am taking little darker shade of blue and then painting it. Now here what you should remember is, see, the center has detailed lines. Okay. Even after applying the color, the lines are seen clearly. That is why I told you, when you draw a pattern like this, the line should be perfect, bold and dark. Okay. Now let us move on to the next. Let it dry. We will move on to the other portion. The down part. First the lighter shade. Here. Then with the same brush, little darker blue. Above this, wipe the brush. Give another press like this application, just blending the two. So now the lower portion here is with a lighter blue as well as the darker blue on top. Then we will move on to the head. Here I'll take little white. See, painting. First I have given yellow color here. Then before the yellow, everything is diluted. So before the yellow dries, I have applied here green and then darker blue over here towards the corner, the tilak shade. Then for the down portion, it is the lighter, that is the teal blue diluted in the down, and then little above that is the cerulean blue painted. Now for the face, take little white, very little white, mix it with teal blue, then you paint this portion and slowly you come down also, that is spreading the color, that's it. Then using the round brush, take little of the cerulean blue, just around the outline, make it darker. Okay, so this coloring is over for the head, light and dark. Then you need to proceed towards down. Once again the teal blue, go down like this, the neck portion, then little darker shade only to this outer corner, like this. Now you have a shaded effect for the neck, this portion. I'm talking about this portion. Okay, then we will move on to, by this time this would have dried, the main feather what we painted first. So over there, around the outer of the tilak shaped petal, let us paint it with yellow. These are not poster colors, these are all acrylic colors. Outer is yellow, I finished. Then now we'll move on to the down portion. Here what I would do is, straight away from the bottle I am loading it with orange first and filling up the small gaps over here. Here I have not diluted the paint. Just fill it up so that when you finish the picture it will have a very grand look. Here and there if you just paint it directly from the bottle, the color. And here also the inner portion, without hiding the black line, you take utmost care and then paint it. Okay. Then over here, this outer I think I can make it little orangish. So let me apply the color very slowly. Then the next one, let me take red color. This is for the beak. So first one half, the upper half you apply red. With the same brush you take little bit of yellow in it and then merge it. Okay. So now the beak is over. Now coming down over here, we will apply first yellow color around the outer border. Here the outer portion and slowly to the inner also little bit. Now before this dries, take orange, very little, mix it with water, load the brush and paint the outermost tip of this particular design. Okay, then let us repeat the same thing. First yellow, diluted this portion, then before that dries, little bit of orange outer like this. Let it stand out, the color should be bright. And then again yellow. So like this you need to complete the 4 small feathers. Okay. Then over here take red color. The red which I am using here is coral red. You can go in for crimson also. Let me paint the alternate ones. We never do wash technique in this one. This is not wash technique actually, Sudha. This is watercolor effect. We are getting it on the design. We are diluting it. We don't blend the color. We just apply the color. That's it. 2 different diluted colors. First the lighter one applied and then before the first one dries, we apply the second color and just fill it up. This is not like watercolor, water shading. And then here also alternate ones, you can just I'm not blending the color anywhere. I'm just applying the color. Only thing is the colors are diluted. If you start blending on this kind of paper, no, on the Xerox paper, the paper might tear. So you can't do the blending that much. Now here, this portion, let me take green color. Once again diluted. Alternate ones. Okay. The same green, let me give over here. These are the normal colors they use for this Ganjifa card making. Okay, this is on the center also. Let me give darker green. That is direct green, of course, not mixing it with any other color, but little diluted. We use light blue, that is steel blue here, then darker blue, cerulean blue, then we have chrome yellow. No metallic colors recommended. We have chrome yellow, then we have orange, then crimson or coral red. You can use white, of course. Definitely you need white for keeping the dots, just like Tanjo painting. And then for the background over here, both cobalt green and burnt sienna is both are recommended. And then in case if you happen to hide some of the black lines here on the paper, you may need either a permanent marker, fine tip marker, or black paint. Both are good. Then let me take little yellow. Complete this. Okay, now the main picture is almost completed. See, once the color is dried, you cannot blend it also because the paper and it dries faster. So before this color, in the beginning, brush number 3. Before the first we applied yellow here, and before the color dries, I applied green over here, and then waited for some time, and then only applied blue at the sides. Okay, see, it stands out like that. They don't blend at all on this. Okay, now this is over. Let me do the border. The border is a must, just like Madhubani where border is a must. Here also for this Ganjifa, the border is a must, and it should be in circular. That is most important. It's a circular miniature painted cards, Ganjifa cards. Okay. Now for the outer, yellow, diluted, then orange also diluted, because we need to give sort of that shaded effect. It is not exactly the shading, but we apply the second color also. Now just see, I am loading the brush with the diluted yellow. Then as I always tell you, little finger plays an important role when you paint. So this little finger moves along with the brush. So make it comfortable, don't keep it too firm, just comfortable. And then this gap, keep the brush flat like this, and move the little finger also like this. In a single stroke, you try to complete the pattern. Here I am using number 5 flat brush. 4 also will hold good, or 6 also. Whatever you are with, you can use. See, now the outer thing is over. Next, I need to take orange, diluted orange again. Now here the shading will be towards the inner side, not the outer. Just once again, instead of keeping it flat, I am just keeping it slanting like this, and then giving the darker shade only for half of the petal, not the full one, so that you get like a shaded effect for the petals. I'll just show it. After finishing it, you can have a closer look. It is not that I am keeping it flat, the flat brush. Instead, you can use the round brush also for this second color application. So these are round miniature painted Ganjifa cards. Okay, now see. Can you see both the colors? First we applied yellow, then with the same flat brush, instead of keeping it flat like this, I just twist it to one side and use it as a round brush, and then I applied the other color. Okay, that was for this portion. Then over here you can give some other color. Here I can go in for green or red, that is your choice. Now before that, okay, let me do green. This is not diluted, this is straight from the bottle. I'm loading the paint in the brush, keeping it over here, just complete it. Suppose if you are not comfortable with the flat brush, please do it with the round brush for border filling. I'll just show you. This can be used as a wall hanging, or small sized cards can be made and stuck onto a box or onto a panel like as a wall hanging. Then on small say wooden boxes, posters you can make, Ganjifa cards posters. I'm using the round brush. Those who feel flat brush is little you are not that comfortable with, you can use the round brush. Number 3. Yes, the colors. As I told you, it is light blue, that is the teal. Specific? Yes, there are specific colors. Not to that extent like Kerala mural or Tanjore painting like that. But the colors normally we use here are light blue, for that matter. It is teal over here, teal blue, cerulean blue, chrome yellow, orange, red, either crimson or coral red, and then white of course is a must. Green. Then for the background it is the burnt sienna. So we have completed the border also. And what is left is the background for the main picture and enhancing it later with the white dots. After the background dries, you have to enhance it with dots. Just like Tanjore painting, how we keep dots on the background, then around the main picture, then for the flooring. Okay, this is completed. Yes, you can do it on fabric also. Use fabric colors, it can be done. Yes, not with the paper, Xerox paper. You have to trace out the design on the fabric and then you can do this kind of painting on it. Now the main picture painting is over. Okay. Here this portion is left. This portion. So let me go in for blue color, lighter blue. Let me complete it. Okay. Now comes the background painting, which is most important, and the technique is entirely different. Not like just application of the paint in the brush. This is different. So as I told you, for the background I'm going in for sienna. Take the color, you need to mix it, keep it ready with no air bubbles, absolutely no air bubbles. Just pour little color into the palette, not little, quite a good quantity. Add few drops of water to it, say for example 1:1. Then you mix it, stir it with the brush nicely. No air bubble should be seen. You get ready with this first and then only you should start the painting. Okay, I mean the background. All the other things you can finish it first. And finally, for the background, you mix the color, the sienna, like this 1:1 ratio of water and the color. Now you keep it ready. Then we will start the filling of the background with this color. See here, there is a one second. There is a technique of application. Just take a drop of paint in the brush. Okay, normally how do we paint? We just do like this. It is not like that. You take a drop of paint and then spread it just 1 mm, finished. Another drop, then another drop, like this. You have to complete the background. I'll just show you. Take a drop of paint, start from one corner. Okay, then another drop. Slowly you need to, drop by drop, you add the paint on the design. It is a single color, no mixing of two colors. Like this is a kind of, the technique is what I would say is like how we do muck work in tangible painting. Exactly the same way, taking a drop of paint, then you drop it over here and then you spread it to a very small area, then take another drop. This gives you a glossy effect later on. This kind of technique used for the application, I mean the paint on the board, because the quantity is more, unlike the other kind of technique which we followed for the inner portion. So the quantity is more and gives a thicker base, also gives a bright and a glossy look. See, with one drop, just see the area how much I am covering. Then turn the board. Here what you can do is you can fix the board firmly. Put the tape and then you can complete the painting. This is. And without disturbing it, you should leave it for some time. And after the background dries, we need to enhance it with white dots. Look at the color combination and then the background color. So pretty it is. Now for the outer petal also we need to do some strokes and dots, that also I'll teach you. Slowly you cover this area. Preferably a round brush, number 2 or 3. 3 is always good. And even 4 is also good. Yes, yes. The combination is light and dark. Outer is darker and you have the lighter color combination. Lighter in the sense we dilute the paint. That is why you get a lighter shaded effect. So like this you need to complete. Oh my god. Hope you enjoy this. Let me correct it later after I complete the background. Isn't it easy? A quicker, easier way of making and a simpler way of making the intricate, complicated, tedious process of Ganjifa cards using the Fevicryl colors and the black and white printout of the picture. And nowadays, we are all engaged either by teaching or by learning, especially through online, through Facebook and through YouTube. So many ways to get connected with. This portion I am hiding it. Later I will do it with a contrast color. So we are almost closer to the completion of the background. It is a kind of thick coating, number one, and number two, evenly spread, and the application is different. You just paint it with drop by drop of the paint. You don't spread the paint with the brush. So now the background is over. This needs minimum of 24 hours to dry. You have to leave it to dry completely and then only you can proceed with the next step. Now for the outer, for the petal shaped design, let me do some lines. Now each one is like a petal, the lotus petal. So now what I would do is let me take red color, the crimson. Just take it on the palette using a this is number once again 3 that I am using. Let me use a thinner brush, 00 or 000 like that. Number 3 I'll take. Okay, now with the paint, start from this curve, make a line like this, like that of a lotus petal. Then the same color you take, keep a dot at the tip of each and every line, like the stamens. I'll just show it closer also. Let me complete a little bit. Just can you see these lines? I can't tilt it actually. Yeah, see the lines with the dots at the tip of the line. So thin red color line with a dot at the tip. So like this you have to complete the full thing. And then later finally after all this you need to keep dots, white dots. It's a must. So take white. You can just mix it on the palette. Okay, now for the inner portion, I'm not going to do it over here. Only for the peacock, let me keep the dots. Here for the center portion at equidistant, closer to one another, tiny dots are placed. Okay, and similarly over here also you can place dots, and then there are many lines. So what you do is you start placing the dots at one point between two lines, then you leave a gap and then the next line, leave a gap. Like this you need to complete. Okay. And similarly over here also, below this you can keep this. Keeping the white dots is yours, you can keep wherever you want to. There is no hard and fast rule in this. Just to highlight, just to enhance the piece, we are keeping the picture, we are keeping the white dots. How to keep the dots over here on the brown, I'll just show you in another finished piece. Now this is the background is colored. Here what you should do is take white dots and just see the red lines with the dots for the border. Okay, here what we do is we just load the brush, start keeping the dots closer to the petals on the brown, tiny ones, evenly placed. Like this you have to complete. Okay. So like this you need to do. I'll just show you a finished piece because my battery is getting low. This is the finished piece. Yeah. Can you all see? First the paper was pasted on the whiteboard. Then I did the coloring here, yellow with green and finally blue to the outer. Then here light blue, then dark blue, here white, and then before the white dries I have given light blue. Here continue the light blue, then dark blue shading, here orange, blue, yellow and orange like how we did. Then for the outer it is yellow and orange shaded with tiny lines. These are all petals. So I have drawn thin lines like the stamen with a dot at the tip of it. Then of course for the border it is the green. Then after that I have placed white dots all over here, here. Then the center, as I told you, leave gaps and then place the dots. And this crest also I have done. And for the beak it is yellow and red, coral red. So we completed the picture. See, there is no particular size that there is no particular size that you should have for keeping the dots. Even with the thicker brush also you can place tiny dots. Even with the thin brush, that is 0, 00, 000, you can keep big dots. There is no restrictions or there is no rule that you should follow only this kind number of brush for keeping the dots. It is all in your hands, how you load the brush, how you place the dots. That's it. Okay, I will share with you the finished canvas. I don't recommend it on canvas. Just do it on, because these are Ganjifa cards. So as the name goes, it's better we do it on a piece of this thing, board, whiteboard, mount board, cardboard, or even a thick invitation thing also will hold good. This is the one. Sorry, hope it is not glaring. Glare, okay? Is this okay? No. Can you see? This is one painting. It's a smaller size. Now it's clear. Okay. With a simple border. So the border can be of your choice. You create the pattern and then do it. Then the next one is the famous Dashera festival where the Raja goes on. There will be an elephant parade. The Raja sits on the elephant and he goes around the full city greeting the people. So enjoying all the full 10 days. So this is an elephant and here the Raja sitting over here, and a full decorated detailed work done on the elephant. with a very beautiful border for this. See, black outline, in case if you hide some of these lines detailed work, you have to redo it. There is no this thing going back in that. Okay, so you have to do the black outline work. Suppose if you are clever enough and careful, and then if you don't hide any of these lines, well and good, you just go with the coloring and give it for framing. Here, just to enhance the outer lines, I have given a second black line, I mean the painting on top. Just to differentiate between the two, here for the border, I have added one more painting on top. Okay, so yeah, you have to give a varnish coat. One second, I'll just show you that also. Here again, once again, we are using the Mod Podge, using a flat brush. It's a sealant for sealing purpose, and to protect your painting, we need to give a varnish coat definitely. Transfer Mod Podge, like how we pasted, no, the same way. You need to leave 10 to 15 minutes between each coat, and preferably 2 to 3 coats is fine. Take the brush, flat brush always, and start covering it fully, the entire picture. Now I am giving the first coat. Using a flat brush, just spread it on top. This is Fevicryl Mod Podge. If you don't have, you can go in for a clear picture varnish. In one direction, definitely in only one direction, either from left to right or top to bottom, horizontally or vertically. Now first coat I have given, I need to wait for 10 to 15 minutes and then give the second coat. You can see the glossy look. Can you see? It is transparent. So even if you apply, don't make the paint stand here and there. Spread it evenly on the board. Want to have the elephant one second. So this is elephant. Once again, where the Mysore Maharaja, he used to go for a parade on sitting on the elephant, visiting the city during the Navaratri festival. And that scene is done over here. The small elephant is taken and then drawn, the detailed work. Everything is drawn previously. I have not done anything after coloring. Each and every tiny strokes, the ornaments, then on the feet, then on the seat, everything, seating, everything I have done it earlier and straight away started with the coloring. So this kind of Ganjifa, the Mysore Ganjifa playing cards, miniature, circular painted ones, we have made it very easier, simpler and quicker to complete, to make a card of its own. So please do try. A design you can download it from the net. I have shared one in the group with a poster. You can try with that and later on you can proceed with the detailed other complicated ones also. Or you can just draw some patterns like Ashtalakshmi and Dashavatar. You can practice. You can prepare the design it and then you do the work. And what is that? Gold. No, absolutely no gold color. The framing is gold as well. Gold as? Gold. Please do not go for any metallic colors. Okay, just stop with the acrylic colors, or if suppose if you don't have the acrylic colors, go in for the fabric colors, dilute it and then apply it. Please do not use any gold color. You can just to, if at all you want to make a different kind of work, you can go in for neon colors also. And here also I have used only chrome yellow and yellow battery. So next week, same time, my battery is almost down. So next week, same time, 3 o'clock, same page, we will meet. We are going to do some different surfaces jewelries. So around 4 or 5 numbers we are going to make. I will share the materials, what all to be collected. Get ready with that and you can create your own jewelry. Fabric, like you said, painting. No sealing for fabric. You just apply the color, leave it to dry, then iron it on the reverse side. If it is a fabric color, just after 24 hours you dry it. If you are going to use a blue color cap, It's a room curing we call it as RTC, room temperature curing. So leave it as it is for 1 week, no need for ironing. Otherwise, if at all you want to, after 24 hours, you can just iron it on the reverse side. So that is recommended. And next week, same time, get connected at 3 o'clock, same page for surface jewelries, different kinds of jewelries. So I really thank you all for joining me this session and making it a grand success. So every week we will learn something new and lovely too. And please do try. Okay. So it is why I'm saying it again and again is it's for all of you. We are all art and craft lovers, so we have to create something. So I'm giving all different subjects. Please do try it out and share your experiences with others, and please do teach others also. And meet you all next week same time. Thank you so much for the surface jewelry. Thank you all.